I guess your thoughts on the way all three of these kind of crazy endings at the end of regulation, first overtime and second, and what did you think, especially seeing Terrell obviously pulling it out like that too?
Well, first of all, I'm just very proud of our guys. From one to the guys on the bench to our staff. I mean, this is the first game all season where we really faced some true, real adversity in a game. Give Washington State credit. They were 8-0 coming into this thing, and they proved the reason why. They beat the teams on their schedule, right? And we were another one, and we were primed to be beat tonight. We did not shoot the ball well. Defensively, we fouled a little bit too much. And, I just thought our guys remained resilient. There was a couple timeouts where there was some indecision creeping in, but coach came in and showed you why he's one of the greatest coaches to ever step foot in the Arizona campus, is because he calmed us down. He got us back out. We went out and executed on the offensive and defensive end, and we came away victorious tonight. So just all around resiliency from everyone involved.
I remember you saying before the season how Terrell might not start, but he was going to be in at the end, and that's exactly what happened tonight. And not only at the end, but making key shots at the end. I guess maybe that doesn't surprise you, or kind of what did you think about the way he performed under pressure like that?
I've been watching this kid, since he was in junior high, make and take big shots and make big plays. I mean, he's just a winning basketball player. And tonight, I got to be honest with you, I don't know if he shared this with you all already. He's playing with a heavy heart.
Yeah.
His grandfather passed away before the Washington game, and he said he dedicated this one to his grandpa. So, hey, we basketball guys, and his grandpa was on our side tonight when he banked in that big three. But he played some big minutes. I'm looking now, 37 minutes played tonight, 5 for 13. He had 15 points, and none other than that big three-point shot that he had there to kind of seal the victory for us.
JT, in games like this, you guys, or typically teams can come together even more so. I know this is a good group that's together, but how much more can it get together after a win like this?
Games like this, again, when you're going through adversity out there on the floor, and maybe might not be your night, but guys are still tight and tied together. You're still cheering for each other. You're still doing the things that you were taught in practice to, kind of stick together, execute. It builds chemistry. And I think in blowout games, you don't get that same type of feeling. But in games like this, overtime basketball games on the road, in the Pac-12, is where you build that bond. And, I think our guys have done a great job all season long of supporting each other, bench included. And I think it showed up tonight. When we needed each other most, we were tied together.
And real quick, Azuolas and Ben seem to be growing up real quick. They're playing beyond their years. Just your thoughts on that?
Well, we kind of talked about it as a staff, and we said, how we perform as a team this year will be on the growth and development of our freshman players. Dalen has been starting for a while. Azuolas has been thrusted in the lineup here the last 3-4 games, and Ben has been playing quality minutes. Now, in those minutes, these guys have been very productive. And I think that's the thing you look to see. Even though they make mistakes, as you will when you're a freshman, they've played through those mistakes. They've stayed confident. They've trusted their training, and they produced very well for us tonight. I mean, look at Ben. I mean, Ben stepped up, made 2 big free throws at the end. He hit big shots, and he's playing efficiently. And so we like where they're at now in their development, but there's so much more room for them to grow and develop.
So Terrell, can you just kind of take us through that game-winning 3 that you had, and did you call bank on that shot?
Man, well, what people don't know is my grandfather passed away kind of when I was back home in Seattle Friday night. So I guess you can just say that was him, guiding that basketball in. And, I mean, they gave me the opportunity to shoot the shot, whether the clock was running down and whatnot. And, yeah.
Did it feel good coming out of your hand or not really?
To be honest, I was just trying to get a shot up before the clock ran out. And, somehow you guided the ball in. Hopefully my grandfather was watching me tonight. So, yeah.
And what do you think this says about your team? I mean, obviously you guys got the news earlier this week that you're not going to be able to play in the postseason, but you went on the road, got a road sweep, went to double overtime against the unbeaten team and beat them. I mean, what do you think that says about this team?
It says a lot. It says a lot of grit. We didn't have the best, game starting off. It was a back and forth battle between two good teams. And, they were a really good team. They took us to double overtime. We took them to double overtime. And I would just say that, we're great. We want to win every game, and that's just the effort we bring to the table every time. Like, whether we're playing postseason or not, we really don't care because it's always the next game. We still want to prove people wrong, regardless of if we're playing postseason or not.
Ben, you had your first career double-double today with 10 rebounds. Early on in the game, you guys were losing the battle on the glass. You guys end up winning that battle. Was this one of the most physical games you played all year in terms of a team?
Yeah, definitely. I feel because it was my first time actually playing playing against bigger guys, and it was a challenge. But I went through it and did what I had to do.
Hey, for both of you, the game seemed chippy at times. You guys were able to keep your composure. Is it difficult to do so in a game like that, or just mentally when you're playing in a game like that? How do you kind of keep going forward?
I think the biggest thing was, they're a good team. They was undefeated when coming to the season or to this game. And that I just think the biggest thing was, we're both competitors, both the dudes that we know. Like I know Isaac Bonton and Noah Williams from Seattle. So, you kind of had like that little, I guess you can say bragging edge, but it was just competitive and that's just all. Like, it was nothing like too crazy. It was just competitiveness.